Good morning and namaste. I'm Dr. Robert, and this morning on 5-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert, my subject is staying healthy in an urban environment. It's useful to remember that classical Ayurveda, the form that we find it in today, was created specifically to address the challenges of living in an urban environment, people living in towns and cities. And this was because the advantages of living in a town and city are always having to be compared to the disadvantages. And probably the biggest disadvantage is the fact that there is quite a lot of waste, much of it toxic, that accumulates in urban environments. In the past, this waste was organic in the sense of being part of the environment and would eventually degrade. Nowadays, of course, we have all kinds of poisons in our air and our water and our food and so on. And we have all kinds of wastes littering the environment that have various heavy metals and other kind of toxic hydrocarbons, xenoestrogens, and what have you. So it is especially important, it was always important, but it's especially important today for people in cities and towns to regularly cleanse themselves, even more than people who live in the countryside, because they are being exposed to more toxins. So this will require appropriate cleansing of the sense organs every day, close attention to the diet, taking some time out once a week or once every 2 weeks to fast, and that includes fasting not just from food, but also from screens and other things that we normally obtain our food from, food being anything we take in through our sense objects, our sense organs. And it is very essential that for everyone, but especially people living in urban environments, it's very essential for them to always keep their breath moving, as Vimalananda used to say, keep the breath moving, the bowels moving, and the body moving. You must exercise, you must breathe calmly, deeply, and abdominally, and you must ensure that your elimination is good. If your elimination is good, there is at least a chance that your digestion is good. If your elimination is not so good, then no matter how many digestive aids and fancy supplements you take, there's always going to be a challenge, because if apana is not moving downward, samana will not work properly, and your jataragni, your fire of digestion, will not be properly enkindled. It's also very essential that anyone who lives in an urban environment take a retreat of not less than 1 week per year into a place where there is no urban environment. Go to a place where there are only trees and birds and rocks and things that you will not see in the city. Even if you go to a park, all those things are surrounded by the city. So go to a place where you will be surrounded by them to experience it in a positive way. And remember what life was like before we became urbanized. In the past, in Ayurveda, people used to do fancy kinds of purification, panchakarma purification. If you can do panchakarma, that's very good. And doing it on a regular basis is even better. And if it were possible to do what is called kaya kalpa, or the kuti praveshana, that means entering into a dark hut and consuming rejuvenative substances and remaining there for up to 7 weeks, 49 days, this would be very superior. In the past, people used that to seriously and genuinely rejuvenate themselves. It is said that they would lose their hair and teeth and nails and all these, and skin, and all these things would grow back in a young form. The last person that we know of that did this, whose name was Tapasviji Maharaj, lived to be either 179 or 183. There is a book that's been written about him called Maharaj. It's currently out of print. It was reprinted a few years ago, and so the occasional copy may be located potentially somewhere. The last person to try this was someone Tapasvi Maharaj attempted to deliver this Kaya Kalpa, this total rejuvenation to, and he was Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, the founder of Banaras Hindu University. But the intensity of the medicine was too great for the Pandit, and so he emerged from the hut only shortly after he had entered. So even if entering into a hut and becoming totally rejuvenated is not currently feasible, you can, by judicious use of what is available to us, minimize your aging at least to a certain degree, and certainly to a substantial degree more than that of all those people living in those urban environments who do nothing to prevent the deterioration due to those environments. This is Dr. Robert wishing you a very rejuvenating day.